Welcome to Reform Watch from Hope Nor Hate, a very much incomplete list of gaffes made by Reform's Manchester Mayor candidate. Well, Sian Astley has some big ideas up her sleeve. Amongst the policies she wants to enact is a register of brownfield sites across Greater Manchester. She said, "I will ensure a comprehensive assessment of all brownfield sites across Greater Manchester. I will listen to residents' concerns and not force through developments on Greenbelt land." She also wants a review into the cost of the Clean Air Zone cameras and a register of loans held by Greater Manchester Combined Authority. Now, these are great ideas, except that they already exist, and they have done for some time. Manchester City Council and the Combined Authority publish a list of brownfield sites, the cost of the Clean Air Zone scheme, and a register of loans. Astley should know this, considering that she's been elected to, well, Manchester City Council. She also wants to triple the stop and search powers of Greater Manchester Police, which is something that I'm not sure would be possible. To quote a government briefing, "All operational matters such as investigating crimes and deploying officers remain the responsibility of chief officers of each police force. Chief officers must make operational decisions free from political interferences." Now, we've seen this time and time again. Reform candidates campaign on issues that they actually know very little about. They have simple solutions for complex problems that are totally unfeasible. In 2025, Nigel Farage said, "Local government in Britain is broken and Reform is going to come in with a fresh agenda to fix it." Well, just look how that's gone. Last year, Reform-run councils promised to cut or freeze council tax, and it increased in every local authority under their control. Pledges to fix potholes and increase bin collections have also not been met. "I'm going to run a really positive campaign," Astley said last week, "and I feel that will resonate with voters, and I hope they will choose me to be the best person for the job." Well, we'll find out in a couple of weeks. The election is on the 30th of July. And in other news, Phillips is one of Reform's big boosters. Described as the new female face of the party, she can be relied on to big up Reform online and in her Talk TV appearances. One of her aims is to help the party break through with policy ideas. So what might these be? Well, their Substack offers some truly bonkers insight, such as allow only British-born citizens of sole nationality to hold public office, roll out a public health campaign promoting the nuclear family, and ex-convicts could be forced to take jobs in agriculture. Phillips wrote that the UK is about to see the formation of jihad militias, whatever they are, asking in an inflammatory headline, "Isn't Islamist fifth column now dictating our global affairs too?" Now, this sounds a bit like that deranged conspiracy theory about members of another Abrahamic faith controlling world events. "The takeover isn't coming," she wrote of Islam in the UK, citing a public prayer event as evidence. "It's here, and it's accelerating fast." Okay, Alex. So what about Zia Yusuf, Reform's Home Affairs spokesman? He said he wants to prosecute former ministers for treason. "What Matt Hancock did during COVID, I think, met the threshold for prosecution," he said on a recent podcast. Not just him, but others too. Well, who might those others be? Well, perhaps the old vaccines minister responsible for the development, manufacture and deployment of the COVID jabs. Well, that would be Nadhim Zahawi, the former Tory MP who earlier this year defected to Reform UK. Well, you got to wonder how he feels joining a party that wants to hold an inquiry into the UK's pandemic response. "This is a catastrophe inflicted on the British people that will be investigated without fear or favour," Yusuf has written. "It is possible the CPS will then have sufficient evidence to prosecute Johnson and Hancock for misconduct in public office and gross negligence manslaughter." Well, Nadhim Zahawi can't like his new colleagues that much. And finally, well, I'll tell you what, some of the Reform branch activists are really impressive. Now, genuinely, the party in Kent went to the village of Saar, where, according to two pics they uploaded on Facebook, they repainted the fence, trimmed the verge, planted grass seed, got it to grow, plus they redid the pavement and repaved the road. Now, they managed to do this so quickly that no time whatsoever passed, as you can tell from the shadow of the road signs and the progress of the car in both photos. Now, surely they weren't lying about the cleanup and using AI instead. Well, the photograph, unfortunately, was deleted, so I guess we'll never know the truth.